ธีค่ะ
So Jiki and I are switching roles today. I will be cooking. We have some guests tomorrow, so I'm going to be making my signature spicy miso ramen. A couple months ago, I posted this recipe on a group called Subtle Asian Cooking. So if you guys are watching, this is that video where a lot of people asked me a lot of questions, and I figure I just might as well show this. This is a special recipe that I came up with, and it's going to take anywhere between 12 to 14 hours to go through everything. A good chunk of that's going to be the pressure cooker, and the rest is actually just preparing all the different sides. So please like the video and subscribe to the channel down over here in the corner, and let's get started.
ค่ะเดี๋ยววันนี้ฟิลิปนะคะจะมาสอนเราทำราเมงมิโซะซุปแบบเผ็ดกันนะคะซึ่งใช้เวลาในการทำหลายชั่วโมงเลยทีเดียวจะเป็นยังไงไปดูกันค่ะ
Okay, we're going to start with the CHASHU first. This is the pork belly. When purchasing, do make sure that there is still skin on. When we are doing this in the pressure cooker, if you tightly roll it with the skin on the outside, it will help keep the moisture in. Okay, so this is an example of what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to start off by blanching the meat. This will remove the excess fat and any impurities for 5 minutes. Pork belly's all done. Okay, now we'll move over cutting the veggies. Okay. I'm going to start off with the garlic first. Smash these. Alright, and I soaked some mushrooms a little bit earlier. Cutting these into thin slices. Japanese leek, so if you can't find one, normal leek is perfectly fine. Okay, we'll keep this one in that bowl for now as a separate one for the CHASHU. The other two we're going to use for the soup. Now we're going to quarter the onions, leave the skin on. Cut off the root. Okay, so when putting in the sauce, depending on the size of your pressure cooker, you're gonna have to double, maybe even triple the amount that I'm putting in. It just depends on the space and the height of the CHASHU. Now, if more than likely, if this is only gonna like submerge half of it, what I'll do is I'm gonna cook half of it, release it, and then flip it, and then continue the amount of cook time. Cut soy sauce. One cup water. Half a cup of sake. Half a cup of mirin. One whole leek. 4 crushed garlic. And 4 slices of ginger. So as you can see, this is going to be less than half of the amount, so I'm going to double up on the ingredients I just did. So we're going to cook this for 90 minutes on high pressure. Since this wasn't completely submerged and I'm trying to save ingredients, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it for 40 minutes on one side, release the pressure, open it, flip them, and and then cook them for another 40 minutes. Okay, so for the ramen eggs, the best thing I find is to have this at a rolling boil. And then we're going to put in our eggs for exactly 7 minutes, and then we're going to put them in an ice bath. Now, to get it to the right consistency, when the water starts boiling, you want to turn it down where you still see bubbles, but it's not going too high. Alright, we're going to take it off the heat and put it into our ice bath. Now you want to put it in an ice bath, that way it stops the cooking. For the ajutse tamago, we're first going to start off with sugar. 1 cup of water. 1 cup of sake. 1/2 cup of mirin. And 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Stir the mixture until the sugar has dissolved. When I peel the eggs, I'm going to transfer over the sauce and completely cover up these eggs. Whatever's left, I'm going to use this for the menma or the bamboo shoots, and then if I need any additional sauce, I'll make some more. Now, to ensure the top of the eggs gets some of the sauce as well, I'm going to take a paper towel and just lay that on top. Okay. I'm going to put this in the fridge. It should be up for about 4 hours or more, and this will be ready tomorrow with everything else. Okay, first 40 minutes is done. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, another 40 minutes we go. Alright, let's see the finished product. Wow. Oh man, you guys should, wish you guys could smell this. Okay, I'm going to transfer this over to a bowl, and then we're going to sear this. So, just put some oil in a pan. Should be sufficiently hot. Let's try the first one. The idea is we're going to sear and brown all the sides. Okay, I filled up the remaining amount of sauce back in. Any other amount, just take that and mix it with the earlier sauce that we had extra, and then we'll use that for the bamboo shoots in the morning. Okay, so here comes the fun part. First, I'm gonna put in the crushed garlic, and I already put some oil in here. Put that on a little bit. Then our quartered onions. Just gonna wait for that to heat up a little bit. Okay. Next, we're gonna throw in that sliced ginger. Once it's brown and chars a little bit, we'll add in the rest of the ingredients and then onto the meat. Alright, we got that nice char going. I'm going to add in the leeks. And then I have chicken bones and then also pork neck bones as well. I blanched these earlier just like how we did with the pork belly. Add these in, make them fit as best you can. Now, the secret is the chicken bones is going to make this very sweet, and then you get the rich thickness from the pork neck bones. Add some water, stop that from burning on the bottom. Now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. And the scallions, mushrooms, any of the remaining leeks. And just fill until you get to the top. Okay? So, alright, 8 hours later. Wow. Alright. So I am going to transfer all the stock, or the soup, into a pot, and then we're going to mix in the miso and just clear all this out. Alright, we're going to be making the miso base. First, we're going to grab a container that we're going to use to blend everything and put 1 cup of water. Next, we're going to add 3/4 cup of Awase miso. So this is a blend of red and white miso. Now, I've already cut a small onion into chunks, including ginger and smashed some garlic. So here is 1 small onion chopped into chunks, 6 smashed garlics, 6 cloves of smashed garlic, and a 2-inch knob of ginger. Next is 3 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of dashi granules, and 2 tablespoons of sesame paste. One-third cup of Sichuan Duban chili paste. Now blend until smooth. Okay, so I transfer over the soup that we made from the pressure cooker. I'm going to add half a cup of miso. This is the spicy miso mix that we made earlier, so I'm just going to pour that in very carefully. Now, this is a very strong broth base. I am definitely going to add some more additional water, depending on how many bowls you intend to make. Something like this, if you don't add any additional water, will probably net you 10 bowls. You can easily make 12 bowls, and if you want to add, additional maximum 2 or 3 bowls, you could do that. But I would make some more of the spicy miso base, add some miso, and you should be good to go. This is actually a very strong broth. If you just ate it straight like this. Okay, we'll just let this heat up and then we're going to move on to the additional sides. So the first topping we're going to be working on is the buttered corn. I purchased some frozen corn rather than the canned corn, and then we're gonna put a whole stick of butter into this and just let it heat up. Move the butter around and allow it to evenly melt, make sure it doesn't burn. Okay, the butter is nicely melted. I'm going to add the corn in now. Now just mix the corn kernels around, allow it to be covered thoroughly with the butter, and we're going to do this for about 10 minutes on medium-high heat to allow the kernels to soak in the butter. Okay, we're going to make the menma. I took the leftover sauce from the ajitsuke tamago, the eggs, and then also the rest that we had from the CHASHU sauce, and just mix that together. So Chiki and I bought some bamboo from the store, cut it up nicely, and we're just going to let the bamboo soak up the juices for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, it's time to cut the eggs. So these are very, very soft-boiled eggs. I would suggest using what we're about to use called a tsuchihiki, or a slicer with European knives. It allows you to cut through very easily. It's very sharp, and the profile, the spine of the knife is very thin, allowing you to easily slice through it. And that is a perfect ramen egg. All right, now we're gonna slice the CHASHU. So we allowed it to marinate overnight, and at this point it's very firm, very easy to cut. And again, I would use something like a slicer or a tsuchihiki, and it's just gonna cut it through like butter. After this, you can warm it up in the oven, 200, 250 degrees for 15 minutes or so, and then you're good to go. All done.
เสร็จแล้ว เห็น
That
ไหมคะ
is 14 hours of labor right there, and I can tell you it smells delicious.
ก้มมากไม่ได้เดี๋ยวหก
So I hope that video was easy to follow. Please leave a comment if you have any questions about any parts of this dish, and I hope you enjoy this. So we'll see you next time.
ขอบคุณนะคะที่ติดตามชมช่องของเรา คลิปนี้ยาวนานมากทำข้ามวันข้ามคืนดูชุดซะก่อน โอเคค่ะเจอกันคลิปหน้าสวัสดีค่ะ บ๊ายบาย
See you.